Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel. A channel specifically oriented towards people who are not the most proficient at games, yet they still enjoy them. And so hopefully with this, we are gonna start a mini-series here on the channel for probably the only MOBA which I ever enjoyed. Now don't get me wrong, I actually do run series here on the channel where I objectively try to compare two games which are fairly similar and try to determine if you would be able to prioritize one of the two choices in order to make a better decision, money-wise, time-wise, whichever-wise. And I can tell you right now, I think it's impossible to objectively compare if, let's say, Dota 2 or League of Legends is better, because if you take a player who is focused on Dota 2, he's gonna tell you that League of Legends and Heroes of the Storm is total bullshit. If you're gonna take a League of Legends player, he's gonna be most likely extremely toxic, but besides that, he's gonna tell you that Dota 2 sucks, Heroes of the Storm suck. And so overall, I was able to play actually back in the day. It was a couple of years ago, League of Legends, because my friend got me like, let's try gaming together, and I was like, okay, let's freaking do it. And so we tried League of Legends, and it never really caught my attention that much. And one day he was like, you know what, Blizzard has this thing of their own called Heroes of the Storm. It's like League of Legends, but really different. And so I tried it, and back then, it was the only MOBA which I really enjoyed, and even after we stopped playing together, I kept on progressing further and further, and as you can see in the upper right corner, I stuck with the game for a fair amount of time. I did only reach the level 551 in preparation for what this might eventually turn out to be, and so I was stuck for 550 level for quite some time. Now, when it comes to MOBAs, usually it works that you are a part of a team. This was initially a mod created by a team or map creator on Warcraft Frozen Throne, and so it eventually evolved into this world phenomenon like League of Legends, Dota 2, etc, etc. And the objective is to cooperate with your team in order to defeat the other team. And the major difference is that here, actually, you are working together, you are meeting in this objective, and you are trying to overperform or just defeat the enemy in the engagements over these objectives, and you gain experience together. So in comparison to Dota or League of Legends, where you keep working for yourself, and if you simply suck, you are falling behind the rest of the team, and so eventually you will get to this portion of the game where you are either carrying the game or you are lacking behind. In Heroes of the Storm, you will find out that teamwork really pays off, and even if you are maybe not as proficient as you could be, you are still gonna be able to have some fun. Also, I found out that the community is not as toxic as in some of the other MOBAs, but that's a question or a topic for another video maybe. So, with that said, I was thinking what would be a fun, maybe initial character to take a look at. Now, there's no guarantee that this video will actually turn out to be the episode published onto the channel. I might just keep the intro and try a couple of matches and see which one will actually work out. And so I was thinking that we're gonna go with maybe a tank, and we can have some fun soaking damage for our team and seeing if we can actually perform and participate in this. Now, back in the day, I really enjoyed the game, and there's this YouTube channel, shout out to MF Pallytime. He is really awesome when it comes to A through Z playthroughs for Heroes of the Storm. He has been covering this game for quite a lot of years. I'm a big fan of his, and big love to him. he has been at this for years, and actually I have to admit it, quite a lot of times I have been looking at his videos and his builds for the games which he covered on his YouTube channel, and I tried to replicate those same builds because certain websites might be able to provide you with the builds for your character. However, as the game keeps changing and the talents for your hero are eventually changing as well, this will affect what sort of abilities and builds and talents you go for. And this is why I also think it's objectively impossible to compare games like League of Legends or Dota 2, because if you would take, let's say, half a year just to try and get some basic grip on the game, and then you would take half a year to like look at Dota 2, by the time you would get these notes and everything, the changes in the two games can happen so that those notes are no longer actually valid. So because the games keep ever changing with the community and they are scaling with the community's talent, it will evolve, and so hopefully my channel can evolve into something more fun as well. I'm also hoping that because these episodes might be a bit shorter in comparison to what I usually post, where the episode might be like 50 minutes long because we are taking a look at some RTS game or something, it's gonna be maybe easier for you all to watch this. And so we're gonna actually start off with, I was thinking, let's go with Arthas. He was a major part of the initial Warcraft 3 games, and man, those games were awesome. Now, as you can obviously see, I really cannot afford to do A through Z playthrough because I'm missing quite a lot of these classes and quite a lot of these heroes. So we're gonna see how it's gonna end out, and hopefully we're gonna have some fun with it. So let's see what can be fun for the channel. Hopefully this is gonna work out, you're gonna like it, and we're gonna get some new subscribers so you can tell me how horrible I am at even MOBAs, not just RTS games. And yeah, let's see how this turns out, and let's have some fun.
Glory to the...
And so we find ourselves on Cursed Hollow. Our team consists of Arthas, Kel'Thuzad, Sonya, Stitches, Orphea. Enemy team has Johanna, Greymane, Jaina, Imperius, and Chan. Now the funniest thing is I actually stopped playing the game around the time when Imperius has been introduced, so it was probably somewhere around back in 2019. Now, we're gonna go with Eternal Hunger. This is a quest which allows us to stack up how much our mana is restored if we have Frostmourne Hunger selected and we manage to hit with it an enemy hero. Now, both teams are quite tanky. Enemy with Chan and Jaina. We do have Arthas and Stitches. We are also both equipped with quite a lot of damage output which can be put out. And if we're gonna be able to actually play this smart and not feed into our enemy, we might be able to pull off quite the interesting plays here. So we're gonna be able to root maybe the enemy here. We were actually rooted by Imperius, and it looks like Greymane was able to pick us off. Due to the roots, I wasn't really able to use one of my abilities, which we're gonna cover. So, Death Coil, if you ever played Warcraft 3, you should know this talent. This was a talent which Arthas did possess once he turned into Necromancer, or the Undead, and from that ability he is able to actually restore his own HP or potentially deal damage to the enemy team. Now Imperius is actually really efficient with how he's able to keep doing these roots, so we really need to be careful here. And the key here is going to be to also start soaking. So we're gonna try to perform a couple of things. So as I said, we have picked up a quest on the first level, which if executed correctly allows us to stack quests for, or how much mana is being actually restored by Arthas himself. But we have to make sure that we are actually doing this smartly and our friendlies aren't really doing something which would put us in danger. It looks like Chen is gonna go after me and is gonna be able to kill me, but we did manage to succeed. The next quest which we're gonna go with is Frozen Waste. This allows us to reduce the mana cost for this ability if the enemy heroes are within the range. It looks like our Jaina here, or what's her name? Yeah, Sonya, sorry, is actually waiting down here to wait by the first mark, which is gonna spawn in soon. Stitch is on top, Kel'Thuzad in the middle. Not the best hero when it comes to soaking, but really difficult hero to master.
Gather tribute.
So we're gonna actually go down here and try to support our team. It looks like the enemy is all over the damn place. So we're gonna try to make sure we're gonna root Green Mane here and try to do as much damage as possible. And as soon as it will allow us to do, we are gonna try to protect this point in order to pick up the mark. We're gonna try to root. Did manage to succeed. We're gonna go for the quest. We're gonna start damaging the enemy. We're gonna see if we're gonna be able to succeed. I'm gonna try to root Imperius here. We were able to succeed, and we are gonna be able to pick up that kill. Are we gonna be able to pick up the kill on the enemy? What is her name? Johanna? I don't think so, but that's okay. We're gonna try to root Chen here. We're able to execute even him. And it looks like we were able to pick up the objective, which is awesome. So the goal is going to be to keep soaking the lanes and keep pushing into the enemy. So I'm gonna go top, and we're gonna pick up a really crucial talent for Arthas, which is the Rune Tap. Rune Tap is extremely crucial, as each third hit, it will allow us to keep restoring our health. And it is important for self-sustain, because no team has an actual dedicated healer, which would give them quite the advantage above the enemy team. So at least the teams are somewhat similar with the composition. There are the two bruisers or the two tanks, and we have the assassins and not a proper support class. So we might see some interesting plays here. Now, enemy has, unfortunately, the advantage in experience because Jaina was soaking. We're gonna try to see if we can root in. Stitch is engaging the enemy. We're gonna try to go in. We're gonna pop the frost effect in order to start soaking in the effect. Were we able to? Yeah, we weren't really able to actually do what we wanted to. Stitches is being overrun by Chen and by Jaina. I'm gonna try to help out here, but that did not work the way I intended it to. We're gonna put the death coil on ourselves in order to sustain ourselves. We're gonna keep on attacking Chen, and if I get the root, I'm gonna try to do that. Unfortunately, he was able to jump around and escape temporarily, but we should be able to get the second objective through Sonya. I think the enemy is somewhere in here. This is really bad for me. Really screwed here because I don't have enough mana, so we're gonna have to go and take Sippy Cup, as it's referred to by Pally-Time, and we're gonna start to gain some more experience, hopefully. Kel'Thuzad is in the middle. I'm gonna try to go for top because nobody's soaking anything in there, and we need the experience. The friendlies are capturing the camp, so that's gonna help with the overall push. It looks like Kel'Thuzad has decided to join us. And for level 10, I never go with Summon Sindragosa, so I'm gonna go with the Army of the Dead. And what this does, it gives us a crazy amount of sustain if executed correctly. So we're gonna try to see if I will be able to do just that, because what happens is that Arthas is capable of summoning a large quantity of ghouls, and those ghouls can be broken down into just gathering more health. So that is exactly what I want to achieve. We're gonna pop them in here, and we're gonna try to start and sustain ourselves through this matchup of heroes and abilities and all these crazy things which are happening. Jaina is here on top. We're able to sustain ourselves. We're gonna step away from these frozen icicles which are popping in. We're gonna use all the abilities in order to sustain ourselves. Enemy has lost 2 members, which gives us advantage. And when the mark is active, this turns the enemy units or minions into quite the sponges. So they have like 1 HP left, meaning you are able to kill them fairly easily. On top of it, what is able to happen is that the enemy towers are not able to fire back. So this is the crucial time to siege the enemy position and see what can be done. We're gonna try to seal this kill. We were actually able to do it. Somehow we managed to pull it off. We're gonna keep on pushing here. We're gonna keep on damaging the enemy keep, and we're gonna try to maintain our dominance at least at the top here temporarily. Certain maps are highly set up so that, for example, a specific lane is really crucial to keep control of. Here it's quite balanced, so you will not exactly run into like super difference that if you, for example, just focus the bottom lane or the top lane, you're gonna have a guaranteed victory. Here it's kind of balanced out with how the camps work. We're gonna go with Frost Strike. This is gonna reduce the Frostmourne Hunger's cooldown and adds a slow, meaning if we activate our D ability and we're gonna be able to hit the enemy with that. I'm gonna try to root Jaina here. I was able to do so, but unfortunately Orphea was able to be taken out by the goddamn tower, which is most unfortunate. The enemy's water elemental is stuck here. We're gonna let Stitches take control of the enemy camp. I'm gonna actually pop in the ghouls in order to sustain myself because it's 2 versus 1, so it's not exactly the most fair engagement. We're gonna try to root the enemy over here in place. We're gonna keep running away. We're gonna keep stacking up these talents. We're gonna see what can be done. I'm gonna try to sustain myself. Nobody's helping me, and so the entire team was able to focus me. Unfortunately, Kel'Thuzad came too late, and now he's gonna be focused and feed the enemy too. So this was really stupid, and we should avoid doing things like this. Now, this is actually really great that the Stitches was able to get this camp, because this ogre or orc or whatever is this weird creepy thing was able to at least demolish this one tower, so we have weakened the defenses, and so now the furthest the enemy can defend itself is at the bottom lane. Really need to start avoiding to engage the enemy like 1 versus something, because that's just gonna get us killed. I'm trying to go here, trying to root Imperius. We're gonna put in as many effects as possible. It definitely does not stand a chance when it comes to an engage such as this one. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna try to root Chen. I'm not really sure if it would work for Jaina. Sonya is able to keep up, and she is just literally pushing through the enemy like there is no tomorrow, but that is just too much of a push. But thanks to her build, if she has the proper talents, she is able to have a crazy sustain as well. I would actually try to pick maybe different talents due to the fact that we don't have a proper medic, but it's each player's choice. So I do have a specific goal which I want to follow with Arthas, and our friendly will have a specific goal for Sonya. It looks like Sonya is able to take this camp. If she would pick up a different first talent, she would be able to actually heal from the enemy camp much better, and she would be able to do a whole lot more damage and be much more sustainable in an engagement. So we were able to actually get this point. I want to go up here because there is quite the minion wave actually joining to siege our top, so I'm going to try to help out here, try to push back the enemy. We do have a catapult on our way. I'm trying to go here and engage. They seem to be focusing on Imperius. Chan is trying to move in. We do have a camp pushing in here. Nobody is actually defending the bottom, so we're gonna have to do something with that, because it looks like the objective is gonna be rotating to the bottom. Trying to root her. I'm not really sure if that's gonna do too much. And we are going to go with Frostmourne Feeds. This thing will allow us to increase the amount of basic attacks empowered by Frostmourne Hunger. And because it also slows down the enemy, this is going to be crucial for us as well. So we're going to see if we can actually capture the enemy off guard here, and if we're going to be able to kill them before the objective pops in. I was able to get 2 kills, but Kel'Thuzad seemed to be killed by the enemy as well. So we're gonna try to see what can be done here. Chen trying to engage us. Stitches was able to gorge him. So this is his special talent where if you decide to go for it, you are able to consume and carry the enemy player quite the distance. I'm gonna pop in our ghouls in order for us to have that sustain. We're gonna try to route Imperius here. He is kind of screwed due to his positioning. He is not gonna be able to escape that position. It looks like Chen is still engaging here. So I'm gonna try to move in here, and we are gonna try to provide the support for our friendly Orphea. I keep forgetting the name, sorry for that. We're gonna try to go for him, and Orphea was able to get another kill. Beautiful cooperation on our team. Was able to root our friendlies. I don't know if she should be standing in that blizzard. That can really fuck her up. So we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna try to contest this camp, because this can really screw with the enemy if we would be able to get our hands on it. It's actually able to take it fairly easy, even with certain tanks, because you can see the red dot where the enemy projectile is going to land, and therefore you are able to avoid the damage dealt by the enemy. And by adding the camp, we are going to be able to put more pressure onto the enemy position. Maybe they're going to even lose their CP cup, maybe not. I want to go down here because there seems to be a large engagement going on. So it's going to take us a while to get down here. It's important to be aware of what's happening on the map, or potentially aware of where you might be able to cut off the escape route of the enemy team. We're able to help out. Orphea was able to pick up another 2 kills. Really great job there, team. It looks like our team is now trying to focus on taking up this objective, so we're gonna try to support us. Unfortunately, I really don't like this build which our Sonya is going for. She can have such a great sustain, it's almost ridiculous to get her out. And then in her talent 20, she can get this crazy amount of shield, which is just able to soak in so much damage, so much damage. We're gonna go with Legion of Northrend. We are gonna even further progress the damage or the sustain given to us by the ghouls. We're gonna keep pushing here through the bottom. Imperius trying to make a push here. I don't really have the Howling Blast currently available. I'm gonna try to go in. We're gonna try to put down the E. Orphea able to pick up that kill. Beautiful job there. She should really, however, pull back because that is just too brutal. We're able to pick up another objective. I'm gonna put down the ghouls because we're gonna need the army. The enemy all grouped up, trying to do a lot of damage here. We were able to pick up 2 kills. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful performance. I'm just gonna walk through the enemy's lane of minions, and we're gonna start to focus the enemy grind, and hopefully we're gonna be able to take it apart completely. Greymane is the only player on the map. Our Sonya is trying to pick up the objective alone. It looks like maybe Stitches might die here, but we were able to secure the victory, and we were able to have a really, really cool match here. So Orphea seems to be the MVP. She was able to get the most kills. She got 19 assists, 5 deaths, so fairly decent. And I was able to get 13 kills in a row. Somehow, don't ask me how, but somehow I was able to do this. You cannot really vote for yourself, but sometimes if you get more than 5 votes, you can get a slight boost at the end when it comes to the overall score and how much you proceed further in your leveling up. So this was Arthas. If you reach, for example, level 15 or level 575, you get these special loot crates, which do contain skins and all these other cool things. So we were able to get slight boosts here with the experience. Obviously, it's gonna take a while for Arthas to get to like level 15 or so, but that will depend on you, of course. If you will want me to do more videos for the game, do let me know. I'm just warning you, like I said, I'm not as professional proficient as Palatine, so I don't know all the names of all the characters. Like, for example, right now when I look at this, there are these heroes which I don't even know when they have been implemented. Like I said, the last time I was playing the game, I think Imperius himself has been added, or maybe not Imperius himself, but maybe Anduin, and so the game has undergone lots of changes. And so heroes who I used to love, like Tassadar or Varian or Karazim, might no longer be able to perform as they used to, but maybe they can, and maybe I will have more videos like this on the channel. So I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. If you're still watching, make sure to hit the subscribe button for when I publish more content like this, and I will see you in the comments or at the next one. Thank you all for watching, stay safe out there, and bye-bye for now.